Come on in, everybody. Everybody, come on in. Happy Saturday. Come on in. It's going down once again. I'm gonna give y'all a few seconds to get on in here. Few, just a few, just a few. You know. Well, once again, it's the Hood Hierarchy Mobcast, and it's me, Uncle Beats, street like white lines on the corner like a stop sign. And if you want us to be all right, hit that like. If you care, hit that share. We need this everywhere. We got a very, 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 very special guest today. One of my most favorite people on the planet is here. She about to she about to give y'all some game. So go tell somebody that we finna have something major going on in the building. Just a lot been going on, man. A lot been going on this internet, and it takes me to this. At what point do you leave somebody? Like, why is people sitting in the penitentiary or sitting in the graveyard over their relationship? So, at what point do you leave somebody? I'm gonna I'm gonna get into this with my guests, and we're gonna talk about it, man. But at what point do you leave somebody? Y'all come on back. I'm finna roll the intro, and I'm coming right back at you. Hood Hierarchy Mobcast. Every single episode, man, we're gonna give them a little background.
I know how I feel because I've been through that 1,000 times. Lovely ghetto you, beautiful
ghetto you, sweet ghetto. We made so much doing that. I started taking that money, throwing the concerts. Back down. So I'm glad y'all here. Let me get it set up. I'm glad y'all here. You know. Already checking in. Flacco Santana. What up, G? You're gonna have to come holler at me, Flacco, because you've been doing a lot of good stuff, putting on for the city, man. I'm gonna need you to come on through. So, oh man, I got a very special guest here. I got a very special guest here. Radio station owner, radio host, talk show, podcast, you name it. She's doing a lot of stuff, and she done interviewed a lot of legendary people, including me. But without further ado, I'm gonna bring y'all Sadie L Walker, aka Sadie Star.
Hey, he gave my whole government name. What's up, Beats? What's up, baby?
What's up with
right here. I truly respect you on so many different levels. Thank you again for having me on your show. I truly appreciate it. Such an honor. Just throw it out there. I love me some beats. I even added your name in a magazine, in Hardcore magazine. So just let you know that I appreciate you. So when the magazine comes, your name gonna be blasted all up in there. So yeah.
And I appreciate you. Fortunately for me, I was able to meet you when you was on the way to becoming a big time mogul like you are now. And it was dope. You gave me a good interview, and I liked it. Now look at me. You one of the people that inspired me to get on the other side of the camera and do it.
Wow.
So you actually told me when you interviewed me, like, man, you need to be doing a show. You real interesting. So
you be doing your thing. I'm happy for you. I'm so proud of you. I see your whole setup is all sophisticated. I'm like, okay. Level. This is good. I like it. I love it.
Now you got. Well, y'all don't know this. pretty soon the show is finna come over to her TV station. Anyway, y'all know. I've
Yay.
been I've been trying to get them to stop cursing and different stuff, just trying to set it up to keep it professional. But it's hard working with Negroes and some Caucasians and others. But yeah, we coming over. So
Oh, the door open. The door open.
so you know how this go. Well, if you don't know, I'm going to explain to you.
Please
At
do.
any time, I'm gonna stop and check in with the streets. That means our people commenting. So I gotta shout them out. We already got Flacco Santana in the building.
What's
Number love and respect. And Taylor Port said, "Okay, that's my mom's name. Favorite person. Is your mom named Beats or Satan?" No, I'm just messing with you. So yeah, that's dope. So
you? Thank you. Yes.
you know, explain to people. Explain to people what's your title. Like, what all do you do?
Okay, first of all, hey, what's up, everybody? This is your Sadie Star. I have a radio station, internet radio station, WSWT Internet Radio, and so many people have came and blessed the station on so many different levels, from hip hop to R&B, comedians, shows, actors, actresses. So many people have came and blessed my platform, so I'm truly appreciated with that. Also, I met Beats a while back, and he brought my first celebrity. He was the first celebrity, and also he run the first celebrity on my show when I was in school, Windy City Underground. And I was like, wow. So from that point, we just been locked in. From that point, I'm like, this is my brother. I don't care what nobody said. This is my brother. So we've been locked in, and from that point, I've been doing shoes. So I'm a shoe designer as well. I got my boots right here.
Hey,
Wintertime, fall, Sadie shoes with my logo on there.
what's
Also,
the name of them?
Sadie, my shoes called Sadie as well. So why
Ladies.
not put my name on there? I mean, might as well. Everybody else doing
Oh,
that, so hey. And I got these two. You can wear them with some denim or, a long, real nice jacket to go with them. So I got more shoes out as well. I think I have like a total of 5 pair of shoes that's out. Um,
wow.
Next project is purses. So I'm coming out with my purses. And just, I love fashion. I like to keep the ladies, looking good and feeling comfortable. So that's
Ladies.
the project. Yes.
All the ladies.
You said what?
I say all the ladies. All the ladies. Gotta keep the
No,
ladies right.
men's shoes as well. So the men can rock the shoes as well. But they're gonna be more, with the winter boots and all that. So that's gonna be coming out real soon. Also, I have a TV station on Roku. It's called Stan TV. You can download that on Roku. That's STAND Stan TV. Where I put Beats was my first interview with the station.
Hey,
I interview him, and the rest was history. So I keep the video up with him on there as well, because it just brings back so many wonderful memories. Just looking back from back then and seeing you now, I'm like, man, like we have both of us, we have really grown on so many
oh,
different levels.
yeah.
I'm excited about that. Also, I'm on Soul 106.3. So y'all can check me out every Sunday from 8 to 9 p.m. on Soul 106.3. If you live out of state, you can also download the app, Soul 106.3, and check me out every Sunday from 8 to 9 p.m. Also, if you want to be a part of the show, or if you want to looking for advertisement, whatever it may be, you can email me at Sadie Walker 1127 at gmail.com.
Well, you're the first host that I've interviewed. I
Wow.
almost just shut up and just let you say everything. You everything I want to ask you already said.
So,
So, so let me ask you this.
go ahead.
We gotta go from the beginning. What city are you from?
Baby, I'm representing the west side of Chicago all day, every day. But I'm representing the south side too, because I moved from the west side when I was like 13, 12, or something like that, and moved to the south side. So I'm representing the city of Chicago all day, every day, hands
So
down.
what? So what was you at out west?
I grew up on Parkside right off Chicago Avenue.
Right, Parkside.
Yep, that was my hood. Grew up over there and went to Douglas Middle School, went to Key School, went to Krieger.
Oh, you went to Krieger?
Went to
My
Krieger.
daddy went to Krieger back
Wow.
in the '60s, but it was an all boys school then.
Oh wow, they closed Krieger down. Oh my gosh, I think I was like my class was like the last class there, and I what was like 1990, I think 5 or something like that, 6, something like that.
Okay, yeah, my one of my homies went there back in the '90s for a couple of days.
A couple of
I'm,
yeah.
I'm sure he didn't last long, but yeah. So that's dope. Yeah, you went to Krieger.
Yep.
So did you do any college too?
Yes, I went to college. Went to South. Well, just to bring it back, my mom passed away when I was like 11 years old.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
She owned not a grocery store, but she owned a furniture store out west. So many people remember my mom's store. It was called B&W, Bell and Walker Furniture Store, and she owned that. And so when she passed away, that's when I ended up coming to the South Side. But
Right.
yeah, she so it's like when you're growing up as a kid and your mom or your dad is nowhere in the picture because both my parents passed away, so
Wow.
it was kind of hard for me, you know living amongst siblings and
Right.
not really having the correct or the right guidance that you're supposed to have, not to throw
Right.
anybody under the bus, but I'm just a real person. I like keeping it real. So it's like I had to make my own lane. I had to sit back as a kid and just think about everything that I wanted to do. And, not too many people that was around me was going to college, they
Right.
was, graduate from high school or whatever, or elementary
Right.
school, on elementary, but when nobody really graduating around me or going to
Right.
college. So
Right.
I was like, I'm going to be different. I want to go to school. I want to go to college. I want to make something great of myself. And that's what I did. It was hard growing up because when I was growing up, they considered me as an orphan.
Right. Okay.
I was like, man, it felt so harsh to me, but it was what it was. So once I just became this person, just tried to be different from my siblings, tried to be different from my peers that was around me. I just made it happen. Went to school, um, went to school downtown Chicago. Then I went to South Suburban, and then
What school you go to downtown?
I went to an art school. What's the name of that school?
Was it the International Academy of Design
Yes,
and Technology?
yes,
That's
yes.
where I went.
Woo!
Yeah. Wow.
Serious beats.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I went there.
Wow. What year did you go?
I was there from 2000 to 2003, I think.
Wow. So you wait a minute. Yeah, so you saw me there. I was there. I had the braids in my hair, thinking I'm all that. And, I was there at that time. I was there.
What
I,
did you what was you what program was you in? Was you in the fashion or the
I was in graphic.
multimedia and graphics?
Yeah.
That's what I was doing. I'm
Really?
doing yeah.
Wow.
Wow. Ain't that
We
dope?
passed each other, huh?
Yeah, I just be playing stupid. People don't know that
Wow.
yeah, I went to that
That was
school
a dope
too.
school. That was a really dope school.
It really was.
Yeah.
When I heard they closed, I'm like, it was
You know
dope.
what? They was too expensive to be on the real side. They was too I'm still in
They
debt.
was they
That's,
was just too they was expensive and people took them as a joke. People who was like, my sister was like, go to Robert Morris. Like,
yep.
my sister-in-law, she graduated from there too. It was like go to Robert Morris, so. But I like that one. They had like a studio set up,
Yep.
radio station. It was like
Yep.
whatever you are. So I'm glad I went there. So you went there and you went to
Illinois
the
Middle
other
School.
school, the
Yeah, and I went to South Suburban as well.
and South Suburban.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
But you know what the crazy part about it is that I wanted to go to Robert Morris. I was signing up for I was going to go and take up some law classes, but
Right,
it wasn't really my thing. I'm like, I want to do something that's into media. Like it was not my thing, but
right.
I was going to Robert Morris, but I kind of like dropped out of the program. So yeah.
Yeah, I learned everything there about It was almost like I knew everything though. The graphic design, the studio stuff, the even the stuff, even making movies. They had every type of multimedia thing you could think of going on. So that's dope.
Wow, this is
And they had the fashion design for the people who wanted to do fashion design. So
yep,
it was like
sure did.
they had it laid out. And
Cool.
yeah, that is so dope that you went there.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep, sure did. Well, it was right there on State Street.
Yep, One North State.
Yep, yep, one North State.
One North State.
That's something we was, walking past each other. We probably bumped heads before, just don't remember. But wow, small world.
Yeah, I used to get dropped off. DA Smart and Psycho used to come pick me up every day. They would come
Wow.
picking me up.
Wow.
Yeah,
I remember
that's
going shopping. We had the what was it was a shoe store like right there. Come down, go shopping.
yep. Yep.
Class. Yeah, those
Yeah.
those were the days.
Yeah. So with you growing up on that west side, which you probably think is the best side. Uh,
I already know.
so when you was out south, what was you at? You was on the south side, or you in the suburbs, or like what was you at?
I was in the hundreds, the wild hundreds.
Wow, honey.
West side to the wild hundreds. Yes, I was on 103rd. I went to Corliss after I left
Oh,
um, Krieger, came out
right.
to Corliss. So yep, wild hundreds.
Now let me ask you this: how different was the south side and the west side to you?
Um, it was a lot different. You had
Why
to
you-
be out there. But you know what? It was different. I remember, growing up on the west side. Wow, it was different. It was different. Had to fight all the time, and But the thing I love about the west side is, you can fight somebody or whatever, and y'all not friends no more, but y'all turn around and be friends like the next day.
right.
So it was a difference to me. Like, but when I moved to the south side and started going to school out south, to me, my friends, the people I was meeting, they was more lovable than it was from the west side. Just to be real, but the west side is where I love the west side. I still got friends that I still communicate with out west. So it was just it was different. It was most definitely different. But I'm the type I get along with everybody. Like I don't
So
argue with
so
nobody.
in your neighborhood, I know you're a female, but was it a lot of street tribes around there, or it wasn't a bunch of? Well, Chairman Fred taught me to call gang street tribes. So was it a lot of gang activity, or it wasn't really nothing going
Most
on?
definitely, the West Side was, man, hardcore to the heart. I grew up. My family was vice lords all day, every day.
Right.
So I grew up around vice lords. All my brothers and sisters, they was vice lords. So
Okay.
a household where that's all they did was gang bang every day, all day. Like I said, I was the type I want to be different from all that. I want to be the one that go to school, do what I need to do, and I'm good. But my siblings, they gang bang to the heart.
What about when you came to the south side?
Um, well, my family, West Side, till they died.
Okay.
Me and my sister, we moved to the South Side. But the rest of my siblings, now they was more, West Side all
So
day.
on 103rd, like what was the street tribes around there?
They gang bang too. You went up in there, you had, the GDs against the vice lords. Like it was different, certain shoes, houses like house A, house B, certain houses you couldn't even go to.
Okay.
Y'all was into it. Yeah. So but I remember when I was on the west side, I went to Krieger. Krieger was, man, because it was right there by the
Projects, right?
by where?
What about the projects?
Yes, right there by the
Right.
project.
Right.
Right project. So a lot of the kids that lived in the projects went to Krieger. So, me growing up, I remember when I just started going to that school. I was always kind of shy growing up, especially around boys. I would, get shy. They trying to talk to
Right.
me like, no, I don't want to talk to you. I was just always, real bashful. And I remember one day we was in the auditorium and they had put on the movie. They put on Friday. That's when Friday had just came out. They put Friday on. Just imagine. They
Right.
put Friday on inside of a school, but they did. They put Friday on. We over there kicking or whatever. looking at the movie. So it was this guy that liked me. So he sat next to me. He was like, yeah, you my girlfriend. And I'm like, okay, cool. So it was another guy like me too. He was more like a senior, you know. He was like, yeah, I want you to go to prom with me. So I'm like, okay, but I'm still kind of shy or whatever.
Right.
So my mom passed away. So now I'm living with family that's, you know, sanctified and, you know, in
Oh, okay.
church or whatever. So I'm like, I don't know if they'll let me go out, you know, go to prom
Right.
with you. You know, back then people was kind of strict, especially when it came to girls.
Right.
So the other dude got mad because the guy asked me to go on prom with him. So we walking up in the hallway and he just started like drilling on me. I'm looking like, what? Dude just tried to like beat me up for no reason, all because somebody asked me to go on prom with them. It was so crazy. I'm looking like, what? So, you know, me being me, I had to defend myself. I defended myself, whatever. Had me a little pencil right there, and just I had to defend myself. So with that, it was like, you're suspended. And I'm looking like, but a guy just jumped on me. Like, why are you
you suspended for getting attacked?
I was suspended for getting because I defended myself and I fought for real. Like we
You
was
must have messed them up.
yes. when you young, you a girl, you growing up in the household, you know, with vice lords and you know, man,
right.
you know, my siblings taught me how to fight, so that's what it
Right. Wait, hold on. Let me check in with these streets.
is.
Teleport said, I love Chicago. I had to move here. Trey Boogie, salute to you. That's my guy.
Salute.
He got Let's Chop It Up. He in San Diego.
Shout out to San Diego.
Teleport said the travelers out west, and she said, I'm not from there, but I know a lot from my mom letting me come there as a teenager, spending with family in Chicago. Dirty Reds, Highland Park, Michigan, checking in. Salute to you, homie.
Salute.
So now let me ask you another Chicago question.
Go ahead.
Since you South and West, and I know you all over the city anyway. If somebody was coming to town and they wanted that hood food, not that food, exclusive Chicago food, where you sending them?
You already know, baby. Uncle Remus all day, every day. Hands down. Don't even play with it. Listen, we have discussion all the time. When somebody come to town, which one you want to go to? You want to go to Uncle Remus or you want to go to Harold's Chicken? They're like, I don't know which one. So I'm like, listen, go to Uncle Remus. So hands down, Uncle Remus all day, every day. West Side, you already know. I love Uncle Remus.
I'm not impressed. I'm not impressed. I'm not impressed.
You're not impressed? Oh my God.
Cuz I thought you was more articulate today. You're trying to say Harold's, but you're saying Uncle Remus for some reason. I don't know why.
Because I love their sauce. Maybe because I've been eating Harold's chicken for so long, and you know I haven't really ate Uncle Remus in a long time. But when I do eat it, I'm like, man, I love the chicken.
It give you that kick, huh?
Yeah, it do. It do.
It give you a kick.
So hey.
Okay, one question I have to ask. What's your favorite black movie?
Who favorite black movie?
I'm talking about the hood stuff. We gotta have some shooting and stuff in it.
Look at you. I was gonna say Love Jones, but
Love Jones.
Love Jones. I love me some Love Jones, but we can fast forward it. You know what? Let me see. What's one of my favorite all-time movies? What's the movie with Denzel Washington?
With Denzel Washington in Chicago? No. Oh, that ain't no hood movie. That's my movie. That's John Q.
He played.
You talking about John Q?
John Q. I like no. It was another movie he played in.
In Chicago?
Wait, you said what's a Chicago movie?
No, I don't know why I just went Chicago. I'm just so Chicago. But Training Day?
Training Day is one of them. That's one of my favorites. Yes.
That was Denzel.
Yeah, that's one of my. It's a lot of.
Boogie just said Training Day too. All of them.
I love Friday. That's a classic all day, every day. You know, if ain't nobody ever saw Friday, something wrong with you. Friday is most definitely a classic.
See, the reason I went back to Chicago, when they was filming Love Jones, I used to try and get in there every day. I had this Delta 88 that I jacked for my brother that had these rims on it and stuff. So I used to follow them around. I used because they filmed a lot of it in Hat Park. I used to always see them. I'm like, man, y'all need to have my car in this movie, man. So I finally they lied to me and tricked. They literally well now that I understand how movies go, they literally had me. They was literally following me and had like they was on the camera truck.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh man, I'm in the movie now, the car in the movie. But the movie came out and I didn't see it.
Mm.
But I
Wait,
do understand
did
that
you ever
that you
saw
got a
Love?
cutting floor and stuff too.
So you
So
never saw Love Jones?
yeah, I saw it. I told you I was trying to get my car in the movie.
I was
I didn't
about.
want to be in the movie back then because I was too gangster, but I wanted the car in the movie.
So
So
so what you was riding with? So I know I come from Vice Lord background. What background you come?
what background I come from?
Yeah, when it comes to gangs,
Uh I was rolling with the gangsters, but I was raised around the Stones, the Vice Lords,
right?
and the New Breeds all day long.
But
So
even like back in the day, when they started the gang stuff, it was basically for to protect the families. It was basically for protecting your neighborhoods, protecting, the black people. That's what when they came up with all of the gang stuff. But they just took it to a whole different level. But it was really based off protecting your people.
but when I got in it, it was about selling drugs and stopping people from
Right.
taxing people to selling the drugs. I don't know. People be. I remember having to pay dues and people had to turn in blocks had to turn in money and all that stuff. But that's just what I remember. Maybe I was wrong. I didn't see the Black Power stuff until Chairman Fred got on the kick, and he was running with a street tribe also before
Yeah.
he got before he seen the light. But when I got it, when I was in it, it was about being just what it was, being a gangster, you know.
Mm.
And it was fun to me. It was exciting. That's why I was part of it. Do I regret it? No, because I got to really understand people by being around so many people.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, then it teach you, it taught you so many things, morals. Coming up in the street gangs is a lot of leadership, is a lot of structure. Especially back then. They
Wait,
taught.
hold on a second. With structure, I'm glad you said that. Hold on, I see a lot of gang stuff popping up over there. So let me see. Sean Richardson said, "Two gangster." You got him putting up representing with signs. Trey Boogie said his twin brother is a breed from the South Side. Okay, I knew breed from the South Side. You never told me that, Trey Boogie. And of course,
I knew
Free
breed.
Larry Hoover. I don't just say Free Larry Hoover. Free them all. Free them all.
Grandma, that's what
Free them all.
chairman
But
said.
Chairman Free. but what was you saying about the structure? Because what you said about the structure to me is very important. What you say?
Yeah, a lot of gangs, that's what they had back then. It was a lot of structure, certain things you couldn't do. I remember coming up as a little girl on the west side of Chicago when you saw, the big homies, they protected our neighborhoods, Also, if they saw somebody older coming past, they took their hats off, they tipped their heads. Oh, don't curse, bro, y'all. Here come a older lady with her kids. It was just structure back then. Certain things that they didn't do.
Yeah.
If they got into it with somebody, hey, kids and women was off limit. Don't touch nobody.
And when you saying structure, see, I don't. I think people misunderstand the statement when some people they took the structure off. I think they saying the gang leaders, but it was just rules to the street
Yeah,
anyway. Man.
yes.
And to me, like that's what the structure was. Because I used to watch people get violations for
Mm.
like the simplest stuff, and I'd be like, man, these are simple rules. How can y'all not follow them? But people used to get like I never ever
They're
because I
violate.
would have quit if I would have got hit.
Do they
I
do they
would.
still do
They,
that now? Violate. Do they
yeah, they was doing that. People used to get black ass hit in
now
the mouth.
now now?
No, because there's probably more people like me. Because if I ever would have got a black eye mouth shot, they would have had to kick me out because I would have
Right,
been ready to kill everybody.
right. See, I know back then, you see somebody getting their butt would be like, oh, okay, they did something
Yeah,
too.
but simple rules, and I don't know if my family and my father taught me these things, but I just so like to this day, like you say, you was taught we had leaders, and people look at that as a bad thing. But like myself, I have no problem stepping down around Deli. I have no problem with that. When Deli's in the room, he the boss. It's just plain
Yeah,
and simple.
yeah.
And and vice versa. And if I'm somewhere, I'm the boss. And somebody you gotta be, you really gotta be a good follower to be a good leader. And
Mm,
a lot of people don't want to be the follower, so
mm.
they just go lean people in to the wrong stuff. You know what I'm saying?
That's so true. That's so true. You see so many people, and that's powerful what you said because, in order for you to be great, you have to follow somebody in order to get to the next level. But a lot of people ain't ready for that conversation right now. But that's
And,
true.
and my daddy told me that. He said, "Listen to what everybody got to say. If
Yeah.
you can use it, use it. If you." So I be hearing people saying about being in the room with millionaires. I like to be in the room with homeless people to see how they got to be homeless. So I don't go that way. You know what I'm saying? So and I done had people who I know had a bunch of money, and they tell me like, "Man, I gave it all away."
Mm.
Bottom line, I done had people that I know they had it. I gave it away, and I believe them because PPP loans and stuff prove that.
Yeah.
Everybody, you had people wondering if they can get people saying, "Man, $50,000 will change my life forever. I'll be rich forever if I get it."
Mm.
Now they see money really don't last long.
No.
Before you used to see people with all these big stacks of money, and people don't even do that no more since the pandemic hit, because
Yeah.
people had that money and they see what it's like. That people gonna be calling you and asking for stuff and stop talking to you because you didn't give them. So yeah, it's
Definitely the roots of some evil stuff. I know, like, just, and that's something that you mentioned about how money is, and when you look at the value of money, they came out with the value of money, back in what, the 1800s. First we just had the coins. We were just using, the coin.
right.
That was the money. And then they came out with the paper. And I'm like, man, when you really think about it, so many people is out here robbing, killing each other for paper that don't even really have value to it. Because the money, when you really think about it, it really does not have value to it. And I just be like, man, like, we not, like, gold have value to it. And I'm like, man, we need to really just wake up on so many different levels. Like, they have really trapped us in a system to where we just think, oh, it's just so lovely, this and that. It's gonna get to a point we're gonna be throwing money in the street. The Bible talks about that. We're gonna be throwing money because it don't have value to it, and we get into
You
that.
know what the Bible also say? Depending on who Bible you going on, the Bible does say money answers all things.
True.
It's in the
I'm
Bible.
not, I'm not disputing you on that. It do,
Right.
but we just have to don't let it take to the point where we just doing all type of crazy stuff. That's all I'm saying.
But
You
see, money can't answer everything, but it can make a situation
know?
better. I don't know a situation. Even if somebody died, well, I
Yeah,
left some money
and
for
we
my
be
kids or whatever. It's better for them.
yeah.
But like with me, and I'm really big on this. Like I had a rapper who I used to work with, one I bought on your show,
I already know you was gonna say. That's why they
and
was.
I won't work with him again for $1 million
Wow.
because my peace of mind is priceless. So to
Mm.
not have to pick people brain or go or figure, it's like I'm just so big on the peace of mind thing. It's just like to have my peace is everything. So it's like I can't deal with a woman that I got to argue with every day and all that. I'll never. I've done it before, and I'll never go back to that
Yeah.
because my peace of mind is priceless, and that's what people gotta understand. So people might have all this stuff, but they live in a terrible life because they don't have peace. So
Mm.
that's something big for me.
That's
Like,
that's definitely big for me as well. Somebody had made a post one day and they said, "You rather have money or peace?" I rather have my peace.
yo,
Take the money anytime, but my peace is the number one.
Gotta have a piece. I rather sit around. I miss money all the time because I just don't want to be around certain people. Now sometimes I gotta go get that money though. But it's like the piece is real important. So now let me ask you this: how do you become the Sadie Star we have today? Like, what got you in? When I met you, you was doing radio. What got you into doing radio?
Well, I knew somebody back in the day. They used to work for V103, and they would, ask me to come up to the station, because I always wanted to do radio ever since I was a little girl. I always wanted to be in radio. So when the opportunity came to me, I was like, cool, I would love to do it just to see how, they do everything, because that was like my first time actually going into the studio, especially
Right.
something real big. V103 is really big.
Yeah.
So I went there and I saw the way they, did things. I saw the way they was editing stuff. I mean, he did everything from the board, everything. And I was like, this is really cool. I'm like, I always wanted to do radio ever since I was a little girl. So when I had the opportunity to go to V103, I was like, oh, this is really cool. From that point on, um, I was like, one day I'm gonna have my own show. One day I'm gonna be on radio. One day, and my thing is, what I tell everybody: when you want something, you have to manifest it. I don't care what it is, whatever you want, manifest on it. And that's what I did. I kept manifesting, and so it just really came my reality one day. Now, how I came up with the name was it wasn't really me that came up with the name Sadie Star. It was
Okay.
it was Stone.
You said it was who?
Stone Pony.
Oh, okay.
Stone Pony was like, your name should be Sadie Star. And I was like, no, I was trying to think of something else. He was like, no, Sadie Star, stick with Sadie Star. So Stone Pony was the first person called me. So that's how I came up with the name. Yeah. Shout out to Stone
Well,
Pony.
shout out.
Salute.
So when did you go to? What made you decide to go to the radio college though?
um, Well, I was working at a job. I really didn't like the job I was working at. I'm like, this really sucks. I can't see myself working this job, all my life. And I'm like, man, I just have to really just go for it. I was like, I'm gonna really, I'm a fast forward. It was a guy that became my friend on Facebook. I forgot his name, and he had ended up getting a contract with a network, and they wanted him to find some people that would actually go out in the hood and start interviewing certain people that was in the hood that was in real violent areas.
All right.
So he had inboxed me one day, and he was like, man, I'm looking for a female that can go out there in the field and like interview like gang members and stuff. He was like, are you willing to do that? And I was like, yeah, I can do that. I'm from the hood, from both sides.
Right.
I didn't want that. I don't seen it all. And I told him, yeah, I can do that. So he was like, cool. And from that, before he asked me that, I had stopped thinking about contemplating on even doing radio or doing
Right.
thing dealing with media. But when he came and inboxed me, it just opened something up. I'm like, man, yeah, that's what I'm supposed to be doing. So he got with a network, ended up inboxing me, and he was like, I really want you to do this, blah, blah, blah. I said, okay, cool. He was like, I was going to be his co-host, and he was going to go out there with me.
Okay.
I said, okay, let's do it. And that's how it all came about. So he sent me contracts and stuff. I looked over everything and ended up not doing it because certain things I was like, no, I'm not willing to do certain things. So I didn't go along with it. But just the idea of him bringing that to me was a blessing, because I'm like, out of everybody, like he just inboxed me. I didn't know him from nowhere. He just
Right.
inboxed me like, you want to do this? So I'm like, well, that's God trying to tell me to get back over here and start doing what I need to do. So
Right.
that's what I did. I jumped on. I said, I'm going to school. And the commercial came on one day. I'm like, yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm going to media school.
Wow.
And that's what I did. And the rest was history. Yeah.
So let me ask you this: after you got into radio, what made you say, I'm gonna just get my own station?
Um, Well, I was, I was around Chablis, salute to Chablis.
What?
And,
Big dog.
he had came up to me one day. He was like, it's like, they have found the new building over there on King Drive. And he was like, it's
Right.
still construction. He's like, I'm looking for a female host, that can co-host with me. He's like, you want to come over and do it with me? I'm like, yeah. So I was like, I'm honored that you even asked me. So it was me and him and Tone. We was over there
What?
still
Tom, shout
building
out.
everything. We was over there with him while they was still everything was still under construction. And I would go live with him. I would go on the radio with him. And so once me and him started doing that, and I was looking at the way he was structuring everything when it came to My Radio Chicago. Shout out to My Radio Chicago.
Right.
I was like, man, that just seemed so dope to me. And when I had graduated from Illinois Media School, I was, putting in applications, trying to get hired. Nobody want to hire me. And so I'm like, man, I got to create my own stuff. I'm like, hey, if nobody won't throw it to me, I got to go out there and get it on my own. So that's what I did, but I was under good leadership. I was under Chablis, and I saw the way he was doing things. And, I was like, man, I can do the same thing. So, let me just put some stuff together. I started getting my notebooks out, writing my notes down. I
Mm-hmm.
said, man, I can do this. And I just went for it. I was scared. People told me it wasn't going to work. They told me I wasn't going to make it with it. But, the naysayers, I'm like, it is what it is. This is my life. If it don't work, it don't work. If it do work, God bless me. If it don't work,
Right.
God bless me. But I have to
Definitely gotta,
go out there and do it.
definitely gotta try.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. I really don't like questions like this because how do a woman know? But tell me how it's harder for a woman than it is for a man to make it in this business.
Woo. Mm. Had to sit up for that one.
From your perspective, how do you think it's harder?
Now, just to divide everything up, when it comes to media, radio, period, I think women have it the hardest. And the reason why I say that because it's so many men that's on a much higher level when it comes to
Right.
media. And I said it's not a lot of women out there that's on a higher level as well, but
We lost her.
it's
There
more
you go. You back.
it's more men than it is women when it comes to radio.
Right.
And when you want to get to a certain level, you know, you have men that will approach a woman like, well, if you want to get to the next level, you have to do this and do that, And my thing is, I heard from different artists, they was like, man, Sadie, like your name is like the only name that I haven't really heard that's out there that's messing around just to get to another level. I'm like, I'm not gonna play myself. I know who I am. I know what I want, and whatever I want, I'm gonna go for it. I don't need nobody to help me get there because long as God wake me up every day, I got this. But to come back to you, I think that the women have it the most, have the hardest because it's a it's a messed up it's a messed up game when it comes to this radio thing. It really is. It really is. I'm
I
not even
think
gonna
the
lie.
I think the women have it easier.
You wait a minute. You really think the women have it easier?
I do, cause
I don't.
if all I gotta do is do a little love making, and I could
See, that's what I'm saying.
and
That's
I could be the program director, lay it down. nah, I'm just
But my thing
no,
is,
I'm
you
just
really dissect that, when you really look at that. Now, why does she have to? Why she just can't come in there and just be who she is and just get the position? Why does she have to sleep with somebody in order to be the director or whatever? You know what I'm saying? Like, it don't make sense to me. That's why I said women have it the worst. They do. You have to do something
well.
for
That's what
a
I'm saying.
change.
I wish a woman would offer me, and then I become the director. I just have to do it. I don't have to take.
But
It's
you know what?
called
Is a
taking one
price
for
you
the
have to pay
team.
with that. Is
It's
a
called
price.
taking one for the team. 'Cause-
Look at you. You
no,
thinking like a man.
I'm just,
Thinking like a man.
I, I'm just playing. No, I understand that. So I be looking, cause like I said, my cousin H. Dot did it. She was one of the first female artists. Well, she was the only artist on Larry Hoover label, and I watched her struggles through the music business. And I'm like, man, they always gonna try and pull it with you. Something do it down the line when you're a woman. So That's why I try and help women because I seen it firsthand. But
Yeah.
yeah, that
Yeah.
is true. But
Also,
on the same note, some women know how to just smile their way through
yeah.
situations.
Like
I
me.
tell people all the time, like, hey man, don't I tell people all the time, don't bring no dudes. Like I can get women in somewhere all day long. But when you show up with 5 or 6 dudes, it's gonna be harder for me. So it's kind of a slippery slope, as they say. So,
Also, shout out to Shondell as well.
John Dale,
Yeah,
salute.
he most
Love
definitely is my mentor. He most definitely been mentoring me with this radio thing, and shout out to him. I appreciate everything that he do, and like I said, it's good to be around people that you can be comfortable with. People that's not gonna try to play you. People that's not gonna try to degrade you or make you have to do a little something over here in order to get this over there. Like everything I do, I want to earn it. I want to earn my stars. I don't want to. I don't want nothing just to come to me where I have to do something in order to degrade myself. I wanna earn everything I do. And I'm around good people like y'all, like Deli Dale, shout out to Deli. He's another great person that's mentored me as well. I can call
W salute to the OG.
Beyonce's phone and I'd be like, Deli, bring your pen and paper. Let's get to thinking, help me put this thing together. Like he is another person I can call and that's a great mentor to me. You're another person that I can call and like, listen, Beats, I need you. And
Oh yeah,
you
you know what
definitely
I'm
like I
about.
love y'all.
Let me ask you this. Now, like when you say about people, names or whatever, how does like I know too that it be a lot of, especially with the women. Sorry, ladies, it be a lot of industry stuff like, oh, I really don't mess with her. How do you make it where everybody loves Sadie? Because I sometimes I see you working with people. I be like, oh, I didn't know her and Sadie was cool.
Yeah.
How did you get like? Do you do that? Is that something you do, or is it just God's work?
I look at it as God's work. I'm just, I try to be a genuine person. I wasn't always a genuine person. I wasn't always a nice person. Life taught me, to be nice. Life taught me to be humble. I wasn't always a humble person. I'm from the hood. I have my flaws or whatever, but life itself taught me, especially when I didn't have my mom that I can go to or do this and that. So I had to like really humble myself and just had to look at people as people, stop taking things personal. And I had to grow up. When you have that first child, it's like you automatically just grow up. Certain things you're not gonna do, certain things you're not gonna say. You're gonna treat people according. You're gonna treat people kind of different from how you used to treat, people, especially when it came to me. Like I mature really fast. So getting back to your question, I'm just real. I feel like somebody came to me one day and it was this whole thing. It was like a group text.
Right.
It was a group text and they kind of like tried to put my name and some stuff like Sadie said this. No, 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 we're not gonna even put Sadie name in nothing. Like
Right.
I had to let them know I'm a grown woman at the beginning of the day and at the end of the day. I'm a grown
Right.
woman. If I got something to say to you, baby, I'm gonna say it to you, baby. Don't put my name in that mess. And I just had to come correct. Like, listen, I don't play games like that. I don't play he say, she say. I've been graduated from high school a long time ago.
This
So
that
long,
West Side Wild Hundreds.
and people gonna respect you. I get a lot of respect from around the city, and I appreciate that
You
because
do. Hmm.
you know you don't see too many people respecting you. Yeah, they'll be wanting to fight in a minute, but I'm not about that life no more. I just want to grow, be happy, and just make Chicago be the best we can be. That's what I'm on.
Now let me ask you this. I want to get. I want to explain to them what they really got here before we go. So you took it to the next level, and you started doing talk show podcast stuff before people was even doing it, right? So this is what I want to know. What was it like interviewing Jesse Jackson?
It was dope, man. I was so nervous. I'm not even gonna lie. I was so nervous. You're talking about a man that marched with Martin Luther King Jr. and Malcolm X, all these great people. I was so nervous, but the crazy thing about that was I just was like, hey, I called down Operation Push, like, because I know people down there as well.
Right.
Was like, I want to interview, Jesse Jackson. They was like, well, he got so many different people, and you're gonna be out at the bottom of the list. I'm like, well, you have to make some changes. So they was like, you know what?
Right.
I got you. We put you up to the top, and your interview is in the morning. And I was like, wow, look at God. So it was really dope. I was so nervous, but it came out to be really good. So yeah.
Wow. Yeah, that's big. So besides your radio stuff, yeah. First of all, let me ask you this. On 106.3, what do you do with your show? Do you play music or is it just talking like what you doing?
I play music. Also I talk. I had Pastor Corey Brooks. He came on 2 weeks ago, which
Right.
was dope. I called him up and I was like, I need you to come down to the station. He was like, I'm there. And I got Mary Datcher coming on tomorrow.
Hey,
Hey.
salute, Melly Queen. Yeah.
Salute, salute. Yeah, so a lot of great people come out. I got Dr. Love is my co-host. Uh,
Okay.
Shout out to Dr. Love. Also, I got a billboard that's up that's on 115th and Dirty Road.
Nice.
Check it out. So yeah, I'm over there
That's
doing
what
great things.
that's what a factory was at for people who used to go to the thing. And
Yeah,
if they ever tow your car in Chicago, they probably taking it there. So
yeah.
you're gonna see Sadie if you want to pick up your car right on the side of what's that? The Bishop Ford, right?
Bishop Four, yep.
Right, right on.
That's
Yeah,
my old hood. I live right down the street, from the hundreds. So I live right down the
right.
street. It's right off 115th. So yep.
That's so major.
Also, y'all can check me out every Sunday. Every Sunday from 8 to 9 p.m. Every Sunday, what's going down. I got Mary Datcher that's going to be on.
She froze up on us. She froze up on us. Come on back. Come on back. Come on back. Come on back. We need you. We need you. Come on. Come on. I'm gonna take her out. Then she can come back in. Maybe I get it working. Yeah. I'm gonna give her a second see if she get back in. But yeah, Sadie Stars that she, as y'all see, you know, she working, man, and that's really all I be trying to explain to people, like work, 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 and you gonna just get to another spot. You gotta once you go through one door, you gotta just keep going through them doors, and a lot of y'all. A lot of y'all let people tell you what you can't do, or you get discouraged. And I never been like that, man. I always just keep going, man, till I win, till I'm comfortable. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you got to. You
We
got to.
back. We
Yeah,
back.
I've
You
been
got
back. I
froze
was
up
down
on us.
there. I
Oh yeah.
heard you. I could see you, but you couldn't see me.
Yeah. So you got Mary Datcher coming, who is a big time heavy in the music business in
Yes.
Chicago.
Yes, she will
Uh,
be on the show tomorrow. She got the global mix that's going to be coming up. That's November 11th and the 12th. So that's going to be
oh,
pretty.
you know what? This just in. I'm gonna be having a hood heavy, hood heavy and celebrity Scorpio birthday bash on the 11th. So I'm gonna
Oh,
go to the MS with Mary. Then I'm gonna have an after party. Well, the birthday bash at Ambition in Richmond Park, hosted by
okay.
Deli Dale. Who knows? Maybe Sadie Starr will come out and mess with
Yeah,
us.
I'll stop through. That's right down the street. I'll stop through.
Hey, well,
Come on.
y'all heard her. I'm gonna put that flyer up. Y'all heard her. Sadie Starr in the building. So you got so much. We. It's just so much to talk to you about, though. I have to say this to people sometimes. You're gonna have to come back so we can do more. When does the Sadie Star show come on? When do you do that?
I do some okay with WSWT Internet Radio. I come on Monday through Friday,
Mm,
and with the 106.3, I come on Sundays from 8 to 9. So
dang.
you can also go to my website as well, www.wswtinternetradio.com, and you can hear Uncle Beats on there. He on there dropping the ones and twos with his music, So check us out, and
Yeah, so y'all get y'all music to me so we can get it to her. You
yeah.
know, I don't want y'all sending no trash. That's why I say send it to me so we can get it
Also,
to her.
Beats, before we leave, you have to let people know too. Listen, when you first came over there to Windy City Underground, I was
Uh,
the first one that interviewed you out of the whole
Oh yeah,
Windy City
yeah,
Underground. Yes,
definitely.
let them know.
You definitely was the first.
I was the first. Yes.
And I came more than once. You did me
Yes.
more than once.
Oh,
So yeah, highly. That's why I always appreciate. See a lot of stuff. People see me dealing with people like you that can blew up, and they wonder how I did it. And it's just, man, I was there in the beginning in a lot of them situations.
oh,
So it's like we look out for each other. I
yeah.
really consider you as one of my friends. Like hey, when my
Man,
son
your
died,
sister,
you
dude. Don't even
you
go
was right
there.
there. How can I help? You know what
Sister,
I'm saying? So you're like, hey, you really one of my people. So
I
I
care.
appreciate you. I appreciate you. Gotta surround yourself with winners. So this is a question I asked in the beginning. So I want you to give your take on this. At what point should someone leave a relationship? Do you kill the person or do you just go about your business?
My thing is, if you're in a bad relationship, if the relationship is not going right, if it's toxic, my best thing is just to
Kill
leave.
him, huh? Kill him,
Ain't
huh?
even worth it. Leave.
Leave.
Walk out
Yeah.
the door. Be like deuces. Why ain't got time for all that?
Right.
We all trying to live.
Y'all heard it from Mr. Star herself. So you got the clothing. You got the shoe line. You got anything else going on? Do you got any acting or anything coming up? I know you putting the reality shows together. I was thinking I was gonna tell you. I think it's time for me to do a reality show. You told me
That
that,
is on hold. I got to let you know about that one. That was on hold.
but I'm saying I think it's time for me to do one. You told me about it, but I think it's time. So we might
I
have to
think
get
you
together
should.
and do
I
that.
think it'll be pretty dope. I think it would.
Yeah.
But the
Mhm.
good thing about it is that I'm meeting so many different people. I'm supposed to be interviewing Cortez from the Shy.
Okay.
Me and his manager is really cool, and I'm getting some things together. So yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
I'm with it.
yeah.
So if everybody, well, not, where can everybody find you at? Tell them again. Give
Okay,
them everything.
find me on Facebook as Sadie L Walker. You can also find me on Instagram. Sadie is blessed with the D at the end. And you can find me on TikTok, Sadie Star Family 5. Subscribe and give me a thumbs up. Also, YouTube. You can find me Sadie Star 23 on YouTube as well. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Also, give me a thumbs up. I got one of Beats videos up there when I interview him for the first time, and I think he hit like 60K, 63K or something like that. So yeah.
That's because I look good, y'all. No, I thank you. I thank you so much for that. I can't even thank you enough for any interview you did for me. I can't thank you enough for real.
Thank you, King. Thank you. I appreciate
Really
it.
appreciate it. So you got to shout anybody out before you go? Or?
Yeah, shout out to my brothers. Oh my God, Deli Dale. Shout out to another one of my brothers from another mother, Chairman Fred Hampton. That's another brother I can call and be like, Chairman,
You
I need
coming
you.
out my uncles.
Shout out to him as well. I like to be around positive people, as y'all can see. Also, shout out to Shabliz. Shout out to my mentor and my friend, my brother, Sean Dale. Shout out to him as well.
My people.
Um, Shout out to my kids, man. Shout out to you,
Hey,
the host
hey,
of the
thank you.
show. My brother,
Thank you.
we locked in. for
Thank
life.
you.
Uncle
Y'all will
Pete, the
y'all
big
will see this lady again. Trust me. She's a big supporter of the show. Appreciate your number of everybody hit like, share, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. And the way we end every show, Sadie, every show, we say you gotta tell your hood, tell us your hood. When I say what's the hood,
So you want me to, okay, say it again?
when I say what's the hood, you gotta tell us your hood, and we out of here.
Okay.
What's the hood?
West side, baby. South side. I'm representing both. What you thought?